Alright. Can I take your shit? I don't think I can at the moment. That would have been a funny quirk. Do I know who this guy is at all? Barrett.
Heat is unbearable.
Do I have any indication of who this person is? Really? Not really. There's a huge gap between me and where I was trying to go a moment ago. Kind of puts a damper on things, so I guess I'll head back towards the greenhouse then. Unless I'm gonna go all the way around. I still could. Or we could go check out the Krogan area. Yeah. I'm curious. Let's get back to having the right thing selected. That was a mistake just now. Oh. Hey, you're the Pathfinder. You're helpful, right? Help us kill these other people, because we deserve their shit more than they do. Like, what? You want to give me a better introduction?
My mother had me extremely late in life. She'd slowed down to the point where my Elcor father was the quick-witted one.
Your household must have been a hoot.
That's why I'm here.
Nobody else on the team seems to know much about you.
How'd I like it?
So why are you telling me all this stuff?
You're almost dead anyway.
I detect above normal temperatures.
He's literally, he's further from dying than like half of the crew is, being humans and and a couple Solarians. One Solarian, a lot of humans. New Tuchanka. Oh wow. Someone had to really climb up there to put that paint up. Unless they've got like some sort of paint gun.
So, Morta's still pissed off at the Nexus. You'll want to be careful around her, kid.
It's amazing they managed to set up any kind of working colony on this hellscape.
Amazing's about right. Maybe crazy.
Don't mind us just putting a forward thing in front of your nice colony.
Tuchanka coming up.
I'm sure they won't get mad about that. Hi.
Mining zones in this region are available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav system. Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters.
Yeah, I'm sure that I'm sure the Krogans that broke away from us would be really happy for us to put a forward station down and then start mining all of their resources. They love the initiative and would love us to take all of their stuff. Okay, I thought I had a... Can I only talk to you when I'm facing away from you? It keeps coming back then going away. What the hell? There we go. No. Yes. Yet. No. Finish it.
Move along. No outsiders. He's with me. Human Pathfinder.
Drac. It's been a while.
Jorgel Strux sent me. I'm supposed to talk with Morta.
So now Strux is friends with the Nexus. Traitor. Think I'm a traitor too? Shut it, Breck.
I'm not here to step on any toes. I can help you guys out.
You assume we need help.
Hey, you guys did your job. Now stand down and let them in. But Drac,
Didn't I tell you to shut up? I'll spread the word so Morta knows you're here.
good.
Oh. Is that Morta coming here?
Pathfinder must think he's pretty tough to just stroll in here.
Wonder how long he'd last in a real fight.
Been having a lot of those.
He'll take the bait.
I've been destroying people. So much.
Gorak and his team tried to fight the worm. Epic battle. Got in a few good shots before it killed a lot of them. Dumb bastards.
Always had more quads than brains.
Soft, squishy human like you should probably steer clear of the wild life out there.
You said something about a worm?
Not a worm. The worm. Huge. Invincible. You can't miss it. It pops out of the dunes from time to time. Plows down everything in its path.
As if this planet wasn't deadly enough.
Good news is, it doesn't attack us. Doesn't seem to care about us at all. But stay out of its way. It'll barrel right through you, tear you to pieces.
Thanks for the heads up.
Sounds like they found their excuse to bring in the Thresher Maw equivalent for this game. That's a deep hole. That's an incredibly deep hole. There is no reason to feel safe on this edge at all. So it seems like the move to Andromeda has completely shifted the gender dynamics of the Krogan people compared to back in the Milky Way. Like, females were like hoarded and hidden away and treasured, but the females here are just walking around like regular Krogan, completely equal, like not even treated as if they're in any way different, which is weird. It's weird for two reasons. One, the genophage has not in any way been cured. There's been hints at maybe some little bits of progress through some vague hand wave at the idea of gene therapy while in cryo, which is kind of a... How do you do gene therapy on something that's in cryo when it's frozen? How could its genes be changing? Or something? But even then, like, that doesn't mean we suddenly have a ton of females. Like, the females should still be just as rare. In fact, you would think that the Krogans back at home... Especially since this is before the genophage could ever be cured in that universe, and the Krogans are largely mad at the Alliance races and the, well, not the Alliance race, the Alliance and the, not the Alliance at all, actually. The Citadel races. The Krogans generally are pretty pissy with them. You would think that they wouldn't allow a bunch of their really important and crucial females that they're so desperate not to lose. You think they wouldn't even allow them to go on this mission in the first place? Like, what's the point? You're just, like, this...
It was an accident. The terminal with Dr. O'Keefe's data was right next to the scrubbed ones. Don't worry, Dr. Gunnar. I'll track it down.
Oh, they have O'Keefe's data. Because, yeah, here the, like, this is devastating to the Krogan people, right? Supposedly they keep the females hidden away in camps, and, like, they're a really vital resource for the Krogan. And yet, tons of them were taken away forever to Andromeda, never to return, permanently crippling the Krogan and the Milky Way in a way that they have no real incentive to take part of. It's one of those things where it doesn't make, I don't think it really makes sense on any level aside from just like, Krogan are a popular species in Mass Effect, so we better put them in. Which is really unfortunate that all the fun races aren't in this game, though. Baron Jerky. Yes, real genuine Baron Jerky, just like your Battle Master used to make it. It's the kind of jerky you can put between your lip and gum during a fight, and the smell of blood mixes with the taste of salt and sends you into a blood rage that much faster. We'll be taking offers all week, serious inquiries only. Did they bring Varen here, or does they have one stock of Baron Jerky and then it runs out forever? Weapon repair and upgrades from Karis Jinsen Luke. Got a weapon that uses special parts and isn't worth paying for expensive repairs on. I've got a custom microfabricator and several hundred years of experience getting old guns firing again. Maybe you need a chemical spine augmentation on the stock, or maybe an internal reskin of your barrel can help your firearm stop pulling to the right and give you accuracy you remember. My microfabricator uses polymer printing to form interlocking bricks that can be adapted to any shape. Might not be pretty, but will get you shooting again. Bring your old guns and something to offer. Wanted ingredients for gingerbread cookies? Jer Ulchi. I had these before I went into cryo and I can't stop thinking about them. Pretty sure I got the name right. They're either Asari or human. They don't taste like much at first, just kind of sweet, but then they burn the back of your mouth after you swallow. I need more. I wrote down the recipe, but there's some stuff I can't get here. Ginger, I guess it's a plant? Nutmeg, not a nut, also a plant. Cloves, part of a hooved mammal. Cinnamon, I have no idea what this is, maybe misspelling it. Think it's a shelled animal. I can get everything else. Offer upon delivery, copy locked issue of Fortnax 52, plus up to 4 gingerbread cookies. Oh, that's great.
Hello. I noticed you were listening. Is it because you're a fan of the Krogan genius, Dr. O'Keefe? I'm frantic because a terminal with all his research was accidentally sold to a junker.
No. Maybe? What was on it?
His work regarding Krogan physiology and the genophage was advanced. I was his protege. Or, I was acquainted with his protege.
Anyway, it's encrypted, but it would be bad if it fell into the wrong hands. I can give you a nav point and the name of the scavenger I accidentally sold it to.
You talk about Dr. O'Keefe like I should know who that is.
Dr. O'Keefe was on the leading edge of Krogan genetics and possibly curing the genophage.
And not using the slow genetic mutation approach the Initiative has invested in.
I had a collection of his research. I hope to cure the genophage in the colony.
Send me the nav point and the terminal identification.
Done. I hope it's still on the planet. The Junker was aggressive.
Weird. Their voices just do not sound like Krogans at all. So apparently, no matter what happens with Dr. O'Keefe, regardless of what you do with Morden and what decisions you make, some copy of his research lives on in the form of the Andromeda Initiative. Because I guess there's another terminal covered in that was full of his... Or like he must have transmitted his data somewhere? Or someone got it?
She'll run this place into the ground.
Bad karma naming it New Tuchanka.
I think I'm gonna avoid going indoors for a bit and poke around out here first. Probably a lot of stuff around here. Some bright armor.
Trying one of those blue mushrooms? Bad idea. Nice weather, isn't it?
Well, look at that. Not one of those damn scavengers, are you?
I'm with the Andromeda Initiative.
That's worse. Look, you want to buy? Talk to my seller. I hired him so I don't have to deal with the customers.
The Nexus is paradise compared to this. You don't want to go back? Even a little?
So we can be your attack dogs again? Get treated like dirt until we finally fight back? This is no different than the rebellion back home. Only time we get respect is when we take it by force. We were stupid to think it would be any different here.
You talk like you saw the rebellions. You can't be as old as Drac.
What's that supposed to mean?
I was born during the final year, just before the Turians hit us with the genophage. My father died in the fight on Canrum. Took 24 Turian guns to drop him. I'm glad he didn't live to see us riding in cargo on the Nexus like pets.
Bet the scavengers are crawling all over the salvage you pick up.
Not too bad. I pick my scrap out in Ataraxia, where squishies like you can't handle the heat. I don't get too close to the flophouse. Scavengers gather there like insects. Can't defend my salvage against those numbers. Look at me. I was a warrior, and now I fight vermin over a junk heap.
I should get moving.
I'll be here, selling junk.
Yeah, kind of adds to the overall question of why did they come?
Pathfinder, welcome.
You don't welcome an alien into our colony, you ignorant child.
Shut up, old man. Sorry about that. Don't mind him. Credits are credits, I say.
What's that? Who am I talking to? I can't see you past your table. Holy crap, the light on this thing. Why? Why is this thing on? What is this for? It burns.
About time someone around here is friendly.
Just give him time. Prove you're one of the good ones. Now buy something before he starts yelling again.
The Venom 6 rare shotgun. Could be alright. No real reason to buy it right away though. Compare later. Gotta keep poking around. Let's check out the outskirts for now. Stick to that general approach. Whoa, look at this. Well, that's a deep hole.
Pathfinder, when you travel, do you meet many Angara?
Sometimes.
Have you met one named Lieta?
I don't think so. Why?
She was a salvager, made runs to Eladon all the time. When she landed, she would always stop here first. We climbed the dunes together, took in the view, talked for hours. Lieta had a hard time in this heat, so I said I'd make her a cryo bracelet.
I bet she appreciated that.
I never got the chance to give it to her. One day she just stopped coming. I don't know where she is, if I'll ever see her again.
You think something happened to her?
She could have taken a new job. Maybe she was sick of Eldon. But if there's even a chance she ran into trouble, I can't stand not knowing.
Tell me more about Lieta.
She's adventurous, optimistic. Her jokes could make a Krogan blush. In a place like this, she stood out. I think she'd stand out anywhere.
I could track her down for you. Make sure she's okay.
Salvager at the Paradise might know something.
I would like that. If you find her, will you give her the cryo bracelet? Tell her she can use it to visit me again. Thank you, Pathfinder.
You seem different from the other Krogan.
My father called me a Solarian in a Krogan body. Supposed to be an insult. Joke's on him, though. I like Solarians.
What are you doing up here?
Looking. Back home, we didn't have time to just stop and look.
Is life that different here?
It was all about survival. Here, we don't have to fight so hard. Of course, the older ones still think they have to fight. Maybe it's just in their blood.
They'll come around.
Sounds like Helios was an easy choice for you.
New galaxy, new life. Not interested in being a merc like my father, or battling it out on Tuchanka. I almost didn't want to be packed into cryo for the journey. Wanted to see the whole thing.
Would have been pretty lonely.
Never been bothered by loneliness. The views would have been worth it.
I should get going.
That's an odd voice. Rorik. It almost sounds like some like California surfer dude's voice, but then like super pitched down, modulated. I wonder what they're going for there. Like maybe they're trying, because it's different personality, wanted to make them sound different. But it's like outside of the vocal range that's been established for Krogans to even have. Building regulations. Gulnaz Bin. Hey everyone. As we continue building new structures, remember that building is like firing a shotgun into a pack of Varen. Adjust your safety first. We don't want to focus on the cons, so let's have a pro-versation about safety. Pro-versation. Oh god, pro-versation. It's like hearing about corporate synergy. Please wear helmets while building unless you really don't want to. You don't use the welding torches for tattoos unless you're sure it's something you want on your skin forever. Quit stealing supplies. We've got computers. We know you're doing it, and we'll shoot you. Only add guns to things that plans say should have guns on them. Don't fire your guns into the air in celebration unless you shout that you're going to do so beforehand. Thank you. I approve of this message. Notice turrets upgrades Wick Schkaren. Warlord Morda told me to upgrade the turrets before I left for Apex training, so I'm going to be pouring a little fire on them to make sure you're not crying like Volus with a busted suit as soon as I leave. Keep your IFFs up to date. I'm going to be firing off test rounds, and I don't want my little gun friends to mistake you for a cat. Also, taking requests. Anybody want cryo ammo in these? Maybe incendiary? Let me know if you want to shatter your enemies or just laugh while they roll around trying to put themselves out. Also, any kills the turrets get count as mine for the colony standards. Community Crant, the Ragening from Korume. Imagine that you're a proud warrior fighting for your people at the height of the Rachni War, when the ancient spirits of Tuchanka awaken and spread across the galaxy. Some are changed, gaining magical powers and tied to the homeworld through the blood of Karl Rose herself, while others become horrible monsters. Can you conquer the beasts within and save the galaxy? Join us in Krant, the Ragening, a live-action role-playing experience for Krogan who want to combine collaborative storytelling with light, non-lethal combat. All you need is any dice roller app, the Light Show Omni tool utility, dummy ammo for any gun you bring, and your own imagination. Meet friends and have fun in a supportive environment. Contact poster for information on meetup times. I'm surprised there's even dice involved, I guess for the RPG elements, because it sounds like combat's just going to be straight up LARP combat, but with blanks in their guns or something like that. That's got to be a trip to see.
Wanting us back? So the squishies finally realized they're screwed out here.
Well, it's gonna take a lot more than oops, my bad to scratch out what they did.
I want to see a Krogan LARP happen. That's one of those things that they tease us with, like the idea of the Blasto radio shows. Like, no, I want to actually see it. Give it to me.
Damn, look at the sky. It's so big.
1 year after moving here, Krogan looks at sky for first time.
Yeah? You want to play the heavy for a criminal? Why come all this way? You could have been a pet back on Omega.
Shut up.
Someone's waiting down here. Oh, hello, Fluorite. They injured? Injured Krogan scout.
So you're the human Pathfinder. You look different from the pictures I saw.
You probably saw pictures of my dad.
Your dad? You replaced him as Pathfinder?
It's a long story.
Haven't really kept up with Nexus news. Enough trouble to occupy me here.
Scavengers?
Amongst other things. You seen the Flophouse yet? That's where they get together. 80% shacks, 100% trouble. I'll give you the nav point so you can avoid it. Or not, as you choose.
Have you had much trouble with scavengers at the colony?
Not yet. They're not that stupid. A bunch of squishies against 100-odd Krogan. Give it a little time. Resources run low, they'll get desperate. And who knows?
Tell me more about the Flophouse.
It's a loose collection of shelters where some scavenger gangs gather. They knock each other around, drink, and then when they're all riled up, run raids. And if you get close when they're hungry, well, that's how I lost a liver and gained a limp.
Thanks. This information will come in handy.
Just trying to help. Be careful out there, Pathfinder.
Oh, hey. He recovered. He's healing fast. Those Krogan redundant organs really pay off. Just one conversation and he's completely stopped gripping his side in pain.
I'd love to take down the worm.
Don't be stupid.
Should have
It's
known
invincible.
Mortal take over. Did that ever
She'll
stop
run
me
this place
before?
into the ground.
Bad karma naming it New Tuchanka.
We already heard that conversation. Well, now where are we going? There's a lot of directions to check. Oh, we found our way to Nakmor Morda.
Someone get this Nexus trash out of here.
Not very nice.
You Ravenor Brank? Struck sent me. He said that
Hey.
you...
Yes. Find me later near the fighting pit.
Hey, Nexus. I'm the one you talk to around here.
Are you Morda?
I'm Nakmor Morda, Overlord of the Krogan in Helios.
Overlord?
Drac, Kesh said you had a new job.
She didn't tell me you did.
And you're the celebrated Pathfinder from the Hyperion, found at last.
I'm Ryder.
This is thrilling. I've never stood so close to a Pathfinder before. Mostly because the Krogan never got one. Welcome to New Tuchanka.
I understand you and your people are pissed off.
Humans were welcomed into the Citadel Council with open arms, while the Krogan endured centuries of oppression. You have no idea. Your understanding only makes me mad.
Okay, gotcha. Loud and clear.
Why are you here, Pathfinder? To see what a successful colony looks like.
Our outposts are new. We could use the advice.
Your manipulation is so transparent. No advice for you, only regret. Watch, the Krogan will thrive and the initiative will pay. Get out of my face before I smash it.
A pleasure catching up with the new Krogan hierarchy. See you soon.
Didn't they already use that voice? I think they used that voice for the, we were doing an investigation. Who was it? Was it a hacker of some kind, I think? We were investigating their quarters, and I think that was it was the exact same voice, but this one is like pitched down to make them sound Krogan-y. But I think it's the same girl from, that's the, plays the trans character in Sense 8. It's actually funny.
Morta's a hard ass, but that surprised even me. Not good.
No.
Yeah, maybe.
She was super clear about us paying. She said we'd pay.
Let's talk to Brank before we freak out.
Knowing that voice actually makes it, like, oddly funny to hear her be like, I'm gonna smash your face. I'm super badass. Something about her performance is just, it doesn't quite work. And maybe it's just because I recognize the voice actor. Social interactions updated. Hello again, everyone. It's time for a little carefrontation. Oh no, is he always doing that? It's great you studied the courtship material, but implementation has been tougher than boiled vorcha. Our medics have noted that the nettles you are all gathering and giving to each other, like in bouquets, are poisonous. The females have been patient so far by only breaking your bones, but let's not test that any further. I am pleased that our lone fatality was the stupid little pyjack who stood outside in the middle of a thunderstorm holding a sonic amplifier over his head in an attempt to gain breeding privileges. Our own warlord has seen the trouble we're all having, and we will now be taking part in what she says is an ancient Earth tradition that is going to cut through the garbage and sort this mating stuff out for everyone. Polish your suits and puff out your humps, males. The Nakmor Morda dance is next week, and the females will be sending out invitations and males to the males they wish to accompany. Oh, they're gonna have a dance. Where'd they get the idea from? Krant, the Ragening, updated. Let's see. Thanks to all who came to our recent event. Special thanks to Pyjacks who thought they would show up with real ammo and scare the weaklings playing games. It's really interesting to see how a group of social activity like Krant, the Ragening attracts people who want to ruin others' fun. And also to see how a group used to working with other people can come together as a team to stomp on some faces. Also, all of you who are part of the Dreams of the Lost Thresher event, you made me cry. Remember to sync your dice roller apps and see you soon. Social interactions updated. Females, though you have been trained not to do so, be honest in what you want. Males, grow a quad and communicate. Let us all remember those we lost at the Nakamura Morta dance. In a way, they are the true heroes. New fathers. Great meetup. Loved how my little headbutter laughed when we took the hills at full speed, and hearing him sing along during story time was amazing. Thanks for whoever brought the VI that did the diaper change and scale chafe check tutorial, and also whoever brought the demolition charges. That was the way that all their little eyes lit up when those things blew is fantastic. Same time next week. Where are the Krogan babies? Where are they? I'm gonna find them.